Do you wish there was a way to turn your Photoshop layers into sophisticated motion graphics in Premiere? I'll show you some techniques to make it super simple. Hi, I'm Myra Ferguson for Creative Pro, the essential how-to resource for design professionals. And in this video, I'd like to show you how to take a layered PSD file and quickly add some cool animation to it in Premiere. Here in Photoshop, I've opened a file with layers for the background, a marquee, the carnival text, and some confetti. The document size is 1920 by 1080. I should mention that even though Photoshop has a timeline with some video capabilities, Premiere doesn't support them, so you won't be able to start animating in Photoshop and later edit those same video tracks with Premiere, unless you render it as video and import that video. Let's jump over to Premiere. I've already made a new project and I'm ready to import my content. I'll click the Import Media button, navigate to my PSD file, and import. Premiere recognizes that the PSD has layers and lets me decide how to import the layers. I could import the layers as individual assets, but telling Premiere to import them as a sequence does a little extra work for me that you'll see in a second. I'll also use the document size, which tells Premiere to make sure the layers are all the same size with transparency, if needed, so that they all align as they did in Photoshop. After Premiere imports the content as a sequence, I see a folder in the Project panel. When I twirl it open, I can see all 4 of the layers and a sequence. Let's double-click the sequence to open it. Because I had Premiere import the layers as a sequence, it stacked them and gave each layer the default duration of 5 seconds. If I had opted to import the individual layers and manually create a new sequence by going to File, New Sequence, and confirming or adjusting my sequence settings, I would have needed to drag out each asset individually to stack them. Otherwise, if I had selected them and dragged them to the sequence, Premiere would have put them sequentially in the order in which they were selected. When I create a sequence from an image, Premiere uses its dimensions in the sequence settings. Now that the layers are in a sequence, we're ready to animate. We could add keyframes to each clip's properties and effects that could also be keyframed, but we want to make an animation fast. Keyframing multiple properties and effects could take some time. So let's check out the Film Impact Effects and Transitions. You'll find them by going to Window, Extensions, Film Impact Dashboard. What's great about this dashboard is that you can hover over the effects and transitions to see a preview of what each does. Here are just a few examples. Now, let's scroll down to the transitions where we find animation. There are a bunch more effects here. We can apply these to our content. Effects apply an effect to the entire clip. Transitions apply an effect to the beginning, end, or both ends of a clip. Because these are transitions, clicking Apply automatically adds them to the beginning and end of the selected clip. Let's leave the background without any animation and select the marquee. Let's apply the pull motion transition to it. Now let's select the carnival text and apply the block motion to it. And let's select the confetti and scroll down to apply the zoom blur. You can also use the search to find an effect or transition, or use the menu on the left if you know which section contains the one you want. Let's play that. It's pretty cool, but a lot is happening all at the same time at the beginning and the end of the sequence where the transitions have been applied. Let's stagger the transitions by moving each clip and changing the durations. Each of these transitions has a default duration of 1 second, so let's stagger each clip by 1 second. To move a clip exactly 1 second, I can select it, press the plus on the keypad, and enter the additional time. Watch the time as I move each clip this way. To make the marquee start a second later, I'll press plus 100 and enter. Let's move the carnival text down 2 seconds, so I'll press plus 200. And the confetti will start 3 seconds later, so plus 300. Now that each of these clips are staggered, I'll change their durations. With the selection tool selected, I'll hover over the end of each clip. When the cursor changes, I can adjust the duration of the image. The tooltip tells me how much time I'm adding or subtracting and the clip's duration. I'll make the confetti 2 seconds and 15 frames, and make each clip 1 second longer than the one before it. Now let's take a look. If I like the way this looks, I can use Quick Export to render it as a video or make it an animated GIF. I'm Myra Ferguson, and I hope this tip helps you animate your Photoshop layers quickly in Premiere.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.